Man,
You already started?
I was gonna try and get up and say.
So you did start though?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 7 of the Weezytalks podcast. Yes, sir. Man, thank you for all the support, man. It's another week, another blessing, man. Cam, how life been treating you this last week, dog?
They've been treating me pretty well. Had some tests before I threw it.
Always.
Keep going. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Life is always full of tests, man.
For sure.
Man, let's talk about the NBA, dog. It's been
Man,
crazy.
what you wanna talk? We got it.
All them 50 balls,
50,
man.
50, 50, 60,
56.
47. Come on, what
Come
you?
on, yo.
I mean, let's start. Honorable mention to Curry, dropped to 47.
47. Mm-hmm.
Honorable mention to Clay.
KCP told Steve Kerr to get him taken out.
That's
Get him
crazy
subbed
too.
out.
And then we got Clay. He's back. 40, almost 40. 38, I think he had.
Yeah,
Shout out
38.
to Clay, man.
I'm really interested now, especially now that Draymond's back. So that team.
Iguodala's coming back too.
Mm-hmm. And for the first time, at least those core three, first time they got to play in at least
That's
two
the championship Warriors.
2 years. So now they have to build their own chemistry. And also, honestly, let's talk about it. The Warriors' championship aspirations are based on Draymond Green. If Draymond Green is not in that lineup, they do not win the championship. I don't care what nobody says.
That's a fact. That's an
They're not beating the Suns. They're not beating nobody. They're not making it out the West.
That's true. That's very true. Draymond is the key staple to the Warriors franchise. That's why they keep paying him that. That's why he stays there, and that's why every time they get a ring, he's on that team starting.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I feel like with the Warriors, with Draymond Green coming back, that's gonna. When they get everything worked out, it should be really nice, honestly. I've been watching a few of the games, and Jordan Poole, he's been playing really great recently.
He had that
Really
contract. Got him like, oh yeah. Cause I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I thought they paid him a little bit too much from like, I'm not gonna say he's trash, but he's definitely been playing like pretty well. I would say like he's next man up.
Unproven player.
Yeah.
Unproven player.
Ever since like last year when Curry had the whole team on his back, I think he was definitely the next man up.
Mm-hmm.
So I still didn't think he deserved that money, but he's
playing for it now.
And
that's the thing. He's clicking at the right time. This is the perfect time to really turn your game up.
That's true.
Because then if you get good and play consistently at this level, who knows what's going to happen next?
That's true. And then we got, who else? KD.
KD with 53 versus the Knicks. He took
Battle
every
in
40
New York.
He too small. Bro, it's not no, I feel like
It's
no
not a battle right
bro.
now. It's not
a battle,
They're
bro.
taking
KD.
the Knicks. Sorry. Like the Knicks, y'all's fan base is crazy, but the Nets are doing y'all in y'all's arena, their arena. They're torching y'all every time. It's like not a battle right now.
Nets have better quality players. I mean, the best player on the Knicks is Julius Randle. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett.
It's not
And
really
then on the other side, you got KD and Kyrie Irving. What's that? 3 championships between them to none. So, I mean, we even got to talk about chips. We even got to talk about current play, because current play's 53 on their head. Now, yeah, it's just
torching
like, KD's a bad man. I'm honestly, bro, I'm excited for the Nets, but with the Nets, there's just so many questions that we don't know when the vaccination mandate is going to go down in New York for when Kyrie's going to be able to play home games.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, we're still waiting to find out what's going on with Ben Simmons, because a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he was issues with his back.
Yeah.
Well, of course you have issues with your back. You haven't played that long, but at the same time, that makes me think like during that time off, maybe that if his back is sore like that, that means he wasn't hooping. He probably wasn't hooping. Because think about it, with Kyrie came back, it was like just like that. And then he scored like 23 in his debut back in the season. So
Okay, so
how you feel about that?
So what do you think the likelihood of Ben Simmons playing? Okay, let me ask you, do you think Ben Simmons is going to play this season?
Yes.
Okay, do you think he's going to play before the playoffs?
I would think so, because since season ends, I think we have end of the month or beginning of April. Around Easter time, I think is when the playoffs start. So I feel like we have more than enough time. Like, I feel like give him a week. I feel like he might need 1 week, 1 to 2 more weeks, then he would come back at some point. Like same thing with James Wiseman, he's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's true. And
He's in the G League right now.
You can't just start somebody, no matter, like most of the time. I ain't gonna say no matter.
Get him the game
yeah,
speed.
you can't just in the playoffs. That's a very risky move.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
Right, exactly, and so I think that I feel like with them, it can work this year, but I feel like honestly next year is when we're really gonna get to see the full potential because we'll actually get to see some real chemistry together. You know, spending time on the off season and everything. 'Cause, now it's a camaraderie. So far, what it seems like is a camaraderie. You know, because KD was like, they went into Philly and they beat them because
that was a hostile crowd too.
Mm-hmm. That's what
very
hostile. So like, I feel like that's dope, but I feel like this team, the way if they keep adding pieces, or even like if they keep it now, I feel like they still got a good chance. Just a little Kyrie, and KD, you got Seth Curry. Like I feel like for them, maybe Draymond Drummond might not be the solution, but yeah, man. So we gonna see, because at the end of the day, I feel like you still gotta go through Giannis. You're still going through the Bucks in the East.
Okay, now let's flip the script.
Okay.
The Nets are the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen, but we're not gonna completely base it on that, but most of it is based on KD's injury.
Mm-hmm.
And other injuries and the trade and all that.
Because before that trade, it was nothing.
So we could see they were like the number 1 and 2 seeds. So like we could see them easily going back there. Let's flip the script. The 9th seed in the West, the Lakers. Bron drops 50 twice.
Mm-hmm.
Drops 50 and then drops 56 twice.
Mm-hmm.
This man is in his 17th, 18th season. I don't know what else he can do. They still losing games.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally dropping 50 points, half of 100 by himself. Y'all just got to do the rest. I don't know what else. Like, it's like, oh my God, bro.
The thing with the Lakers is like, they'll have those games like that where LeBron will have a big game, or it's just like when there's a big game where they come back from a deficit or something like that, like a game where you really take heart and grit and everything to win, where like if they're not playing defense in the first half, they'll come out tighten up second half, but then they'll get blown out the next game, they lose to the Kings, or the Magic, or they lose to like a team that you shouldn't be losing to.
Like, it's like they can't close no games.
Yeah,
they cannot close games.
They can't stay in front of their man. I don't know if it's the coach or it's like they as players just don't come out with energy. Like, because I watch, like, bro, LeBron will sit there and he will not go for the rebound, bro. LeBron will sit there and watch. I get it. You got to save gas because you're getting older. But it's all of them, though. Like, instead of getting an offensive rebound, or even a defensive rebound, they just let someone tip the ball and it'll go right out to the shooter.
You know why? Another reason why they're probably, it's probably because AD's not there and they're used to him grabbing those and putting that back or dishing it out to somebody for 3.
Well, that's tough. Your boy AD can't stay healthy.
But they're so young, and it's like they're playing with veterans at that elite level. If you're playing with Bron, you have to play basketball at the highest
You're
level.
expected to play at a higher level
It
than
don't
you are
matter
most
who
players.
you are, he's going to push you to your extreme.
Exactly.
J.R. Smith, I mean, like, we seen what he can do when LeBron got his, got him on his swivel, so, like.
It's crazy. They got clapped the other night by the Suns. Suns scored 140. That's the most they scored all season.
I said, well, it's like, I don't know. Bron does it twice in a week. It's like, and y'all still dropping games, man.
It's sad to see, honestly.
Man, it is. It hurts, man. It hurts. I feel for him. But, like, my question is why they're pushing the bench with Russell Westbrook and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why were they not? It seemed like they were exploring trade options, but I feel like if y'all really wanted to get rid of Russ, y'all could have easily done that. Because a lot of teams...
Not easily.
It's never easy, but it's like...
They don't have any trade
They have
value.
an option to get rid of Russ.
Yeah, but you had to give up two.
I would have took the John Wall trade. I wouldn't have been mad about it.
But we don't know how it's going to work out, though, because he's also injury prone.
But honestly, I still feel like John Wall can't hurt the team any worse than Russ.
I hear what you're saying.
You feel me?
That's not a bad
Not
take,
even
honestly.
being like on trash for Russ. I feel like he just does not have it right now. I don't know what it is, but it's not the same Russ that we used to see in the same triple double Russ, same tough aggressive Russ. This is something different.
Honestly, well, one, it's the different style of play. It's a different team because now he's playing with superstars. Because triple double Russ, more times than not, that was when he was on the Thunder, and everybody just give me the ball and clear out.
But
Get out the way.
KD was your man's though.
I'm talking about after KD left though. He ain't go Mr. Triple Double till after he left.
I mean, yeah. Ever since then, I feel like he has been Mr. Put the team on my back, and this is the first time he ain't had to do that.
Yeah.
But he needs to at this point. But he can't.
He's still in the shoot though.
He's not contributing, so you can't put the team on your back if you're not eating.
You're not making your shots. Yeah. You're not playing defense. So it's just like, I agree. That's not a bad take, honestly. John Wall wouldn't hurt the team more than Russ is right now.
Honestly.
But it's too late now, and so
yeah, it's too.
I seen reports that it's mutual between both sides that they're going to find a new home for Russ. So we shall see what's going to happen. Hopefully they just get. I'm not even sure what you need, man. Just get a solid point guard. You're probably not going to get like a De'Aaron Fox or something like that. You had your time to get like a big blockbuster and you missed. You went to Russ.
This season, yeah.
You could have Buddy Hield, DeMar DeRozan. Y'all didn't even call him. Oh my! Imagine DeMar DeRozan on that team. You don't even need a grade A point guard at that point. You need a point guard who can play defense. Exactly. That's all you. Point guard play defense.
Patrick Beverly,
Yeah.
I mean, so. Oh my God, the Lakers just make me so frustrated. Then we got Cat, 60.
I love 60. It. I love it.
60. Center. Threes.
Cooking. You know who's cooking? Spurs. If y'all don't know, Cam's a Spurs fan. Diehard Spurs fan. He's been a Spurs fan since back in the day. Talking David Robinson, talking Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili. All of that.
Left hand, all of that.
He talking about Tracy McGrady when he was on the Spurs.
Oh yeah, speaking of, let's give a shout out to Greg Popovich.
Yes, sir.
The greatest coach ever, most wins of all time.
Yes, sir. That's the GOAT, man. Always gotta show love,
GOAT talk right there. Back to Cat, 60? What? Yeah, that's the GOAT coach.
Coach K or Pop?
Pop, all day. It's my favorite coach of all time.
Plus, and I feel like it's two different types of basketball.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a debate, but I'm a little biased. But I still feel like...
I feel you, because you coaching men compared to teenagers.
As far as stats, I feel like if you have the most wins ever, I mean, you're selected.
Especially in the NBA, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the highest level.
Because how long has he been coaching for over 20 years? Has it been 20 years?
It's got to be. It's got to be somewhere around there. But 60 points. Cat. So the Timberwolves, what you think? Playoff contenders? You think 100% playoff contention? What's your percentage playoff contention?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really been watching much of their games this season. I'll be honest with you. But from what I've seen, the fact that they're 7th seed and they dropped 60. But for me, like now, I'm gonna start paying attention. How do they play against contenders? Like that's what's most important. Like
that's true.
You can have a cool record, like the Bulls. Bulls are a high seed, but they're like 2-14 against ranked teams. Like the top teams.
I mean the Bucks got them.
Exactly.
Last time they.
So like that's important. So it don't matter what seed for real you get in the playoffs. As long as how do you play against contenders? That's what's really important.
That's true.
Because if you win the season. Damn.
Let's try that again.
If you win the season series against a team like the Bucks, then like I'm like okay, that's solid. We'll see what happens.
If you win a series against the Bucks,
was Giannis there? Was the team at full strength? Though that's what's important.
That if you do add a team at the Bucks at full strength, that is the defending champions. That is a valid.
Very valid. I look at you differently.
Yeah, that's a valid accolade for the season.
All right, so honestly, Timberwolves, I'm gonna give them right now because I haven't watched much gameplay. I'm gonna give them 50 right now. Keep it
50?
stacked. 50-50 because.
I'm giving them an 80.
But here's the thing though. This is a lot of their players' first time in the playoffs though.
That's true. I ain't saying that they're going to do damage in the playoffs.
No.
But I'm saying I think that they're definitely going to have their spot in there. I don't think they're going to be playing.
I
think they're going to be 7. I think they're going to finish like where they're at now, 7th, 8th. They're going to finish at the very end.
They're going to win the playoff series though?
It depends on who they got in the first round. That's the question.
Depends on who they got in the first round?
Honestly, if we're talking about experience, I don't think that alone off of experience, they can mess with any team in the West that's in playoff contention right now, honestly.
No doubt.
Yeah, nah.
Imagine
So
that.
that's
2
tough.
seed. If they stay the 7th seed, 2 seed.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Warriors.
saying. And then that's
They
the
could
thing.
either
If
face
you're
the
8th,
Warriors or the
yeah,
Jazz.
you play the 1st or 2nd seed. That's tough.
No, that's not Jazz. I'm sorry, Warriors or
I know what
Grizzlies.
you meant.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. Okay, and then we got the not the Jazz. No, wait. What's his name? Jamal Murray, the Nuggets.
Yeah.
G League.
Mm-hmm.
Getting those reps in.
Mm-hmm. Michael
It's
Porter
coming
Jr. is
back.
gonna come back soon. They gonna be excited.
Jokic is doing damage enough.
Yeah.
MVP, reigning MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly the leader on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing it. Keeps his
It's
team
gonna be
up
really
there.
great to see that team at full strength, honestly.
Yeah, that's a
Because
franchise that's gonna
They
be
were
dangerous.
they've been knocking on the door for a while, but
They showed out in the
After
bubble.
my
Really
word.
put a what's it called,
magnifying glass.
on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Especially with him, the duels with him versus Donovan Mitchell.
that's
50-point games. That was the first round.
that was crazy.
Man, honestly.
I felt for Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the bubble produced us so much great basketball, honestly. Like, for people that actually appreciate basketball,
Yeah,
it's such great basketball. Like, I don't understand why people, like, try to discredit, like LeBron's ring, the LeMickey ring, and all
I
that.
hate that. Like, that's so dumb.
Like, honestly, the bubble, it brought up some cool memories, you know? Like, great basketball. Like, I remember watching Instagram stories and everything from posts when they be on, you know, on the campus, on Disney World together and stuff like that. So always taking videos of one another. Then also, remember the stuff with Jimmy Butler and Rachel?
Yeah,
and Rachel Nichols?
stupid, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Honestly, bubble was some great basketball.
MVP bubble.
I remember
Bubble
that
MVP was Jamal Murray.
Clippers blew a 3-1 lead that year.
That was crazy. Now that is when I was like, I think we need to talk.
I think that was when Doc Rivers was still the coach.
Who is it now, Ty Lue?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel like that's a huge upgrade for
Definitely.
you? At first? Because how you feel about it at first?
With Tyler?
Yeah, when they first brought Ty Lue, how you think he was going to do? At first I was like, that's a risky move too.
I felt it was a better move because I watched some Cleveland games. I watched a lot of Cleveland games when LeBron was there, when he was the coach, obviously. And so I would watch that, and I feel like it was an upgrade over Doc Rivers because Doc Rivers can be very stubborn. And then the fact that you've blown multiple 3-1 leads doesn't sit right with me.
That's a
And like
fact.
you're still the coach, and he just had too much power in the organization for me because even though he was just that coach, the thing is about with Doc Rivers, whatever team he goes, he plays coach, but he plays some GM too. Same thing. He has the same situation in Philly. Even though there are more and everything, he still has some pull on what he says, on like what players they get and everything. I feel like he had too much power, and I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't a good fit anymore. Cause I'm like, we have a good team. It's just weren't coached right. And so I feel like Tyler brings the best out of the team because even with we traded a lot of great people. Landry Shamet, he ended up going to the Nets, and then he ended up going to I think he's on the Suns now. That was another dude that was really dope.
He's a clutch player.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he was on the Clippers. Clippers drafted him.
God, man,
we traded him away for Paul George. I get it, I understand the trade, but it's like, damn, he was it's been a lot of great talent we got rid of. Also, we did get rid of Tobias Harris, though. That was good.
That was good for him, but I mean, I think he kind of worked out for Philly.
Kinda. I don't know. He just doesn't seem to be a very consistent player. But
I feel like he's just gonna be a role player. That's just his.
Honestly, he just happened to get a bit. I feel like he got his money early, and then maybe his play just hasn't kept up with him.
Probably so.
But yeah,
That's the thing about Ty Lue though. I didn't know watching him in Cleveland. I didn't know how much of it was him and how much of it was.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, he really uplifts that team, and that team fights. Like the fact that we don't have two of our best players, and then the fact that we're still the AC, I'm not mad at that. Because at first I thought we were going to be worse. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Especially without, I mean, I knew Paul George was going to be there, so I was thinking, I didn't think he was going to be, heavy hitter. I didn't think he was going to be top 5. But I was like, we're going to be in there somewhere, at least we just call PG. And the fact that we were able to still stay afloat and even, win big games, that's really big. And I'm going to be honest, I love the fact that the Clippers have beat the Lakers the last 6 times that they played.
I was going to say that they are winning. Like, it's low key. I hate to say this. It's not even a battle for LA right now. It's not. It's just like New York. And they're winning. And this is not okay. It's not sitting right with me.
And that's the thing. Because nobody respected Clippers. Because everybody was like Lakers. Because I remember when the last game they played of the season, the Lakers and Clippers, I was watching some Spectrum after show from the basketball game, after the Lakers game. And, they were saying that, LeBron's going to have to turn up because it's against the Clippers. Their last game that they played each other of the regular season. Then they got clapped. That's tough.
You like saying that, but it's cool.
Nah, it's hard, though, because it's like, I want to root for LeBron. I want to see LeBron win, but at the same time, Clippers win. So it's like, I'm not going to be mad.
I feel you. So, now that I think about it, it just depends on who the coach is for you to determine about LeBron. Because, like, I didn't know much about Eric Spoelstra before the Heat. But even after LeBron left the Heat, that boy is top tier coach.
Yeah, he's a top tier coach. That's the thing about that team. They're a great defensive-minded team, and they play for each other.
They play
That's
what
what's
matters.
really dope. And the fact that I just got Victor Oladipo back, too, bro. That team was already scary enough. So it's like, imagine if he's even works his way to 80%. Obviously his role is going to be different, but just having that type of caliber player on your team didn't contribute.
I mean,
if he just give you 16 a night.
That's great. I feel like with the type of team they are and the type of people that are on that team, that he could come back and just get in his role. That's crazy. And just go back into it.
Okay.
Right back in with the team.
Right into it. Yeah, I've been a big fan of him, especially since the Indiana days. Like, he used to go to Indiana in college. He was great. Like, best dunks and everything.
Yeah. I
used to play with that man, and I still play with that man in 2K. He's goated.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Victor Oladipo.
Shout out, Vic. Alright, so, sports just been crazy lately.
Yes, sir.
Flip it to the NFL.
Okay. What we talking about?
It's a lot to talk about.
A lot.
I mean, let's just get the elephant. Address the elephant in the room now. Tom Brady's back. After 2 months.
2 months.
He felt like he needs to come back and
he said, I realized my place was on the field and not in the stands.
Do another season, man. Y'all see his famous Instagram posts. Instagram tweets. That's crazy. Hey, hold on.
I just started. This nigga. I feel like he would leave that in too.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that a clip. I'm posting that on the spam.
Oh yeah, no, that's
we need bloopers. You
that do need to be on the spam.
Yeah, we need bloopers.
No cap.
Man. So, yes, what do you think that they need? You said they need addition on the secondary and defensive end. Because honestly, I feel like he's winning empty MVPs. Like, sure, you had 2 great seasons. Like, it's Aaron Rodgers. We know who he is. You're having great seasons winning MVPs, but what does it matter if you're getting bumped? You're not even making it. You're just not making it. You're not making it to the Super Bowl. You're not winning.
Let me tell you what else they need. I think I have to double check. I'm gonna leave a question mark on their running back because I know their running back is solid. Jones, he's pretty solid. And he's been working out for them, but I don't know what their running, production per game is. Their average rushing yards. But I gotta check that. But I do know Devontae Adams needs some help too.
Okay.
Because like Randall Cobb is great and all, but he's also old.
Yes, sir. Old as dirt.
And he's not like, no disrespect, respectfully, he's not a top tier vet. So he does need, Devontae Adams he was the second best receiver this season. And he was number 3 last season, 2 or 3 arguably last season. You could argue number 1 last year. I feel like Wick Cup this season is not debatable, but he's next man up, hands down. So
Of D-Hop? Healthy D-Hop?
not healthy D-Hop. That's why I said it don't count because D-Hop didn't play most of the season, and then the end of their season. I feel like the Cardinals got a wasted season. I wasn't mad at the Cardinals as J.J. Watt was because I was really rooting for them, especially since I knew the Steelers wasn't going to have a great season at one point once I realized that. I already like Kyler Murray because I've been watching him since college. I think he's a great generational talent.
He has the potential to be.
But Christian Kirk, speaking of the Cardinals, goes to the Jazz, gives T-Law some help. Miles Jack leaves, though, on defense, comes to the Steelers. Steelers get Mitch Trubisky.
Hey, it's been crazy. They've been moving. Players have been moving.
I mean, we talked about Russ last week. That's crazy. It's a lot, man. It's so much. Like, every time I turn... Von Miller.
Von Miller,
6 years. He's
6
committed
years,
to the
120,
Bills.
to the Bills. That's going to be a really good addition.
So it's like, dang. It's like, did you use the Rams? Or like, did
but
you...
also, they lost their running back, though, Isaiah McKinney. I believe Isaiah McKinney went to the Commanders.
But it's crazy because, like, I remember I was watching a video and they were breaking down, like, the Rams, like, front office type stuff. And they were saying, like, how Beckham and Von Miller, signings like that, and their draft picks and stuff that they've traded away, that was going to be, like, their team for the next few years. Like, that's going to be their franchise players. So if it works out, there's, like, really no way out. They got to deal with it, unless you trade, of course. So it's crazy to me, like, what they did for Von Miller, and for them to let him go to...
Yeah, but the thing was, though, for him, for the past few weeks, he's been teasing that he wanted to go back to Denver.
I thought he was at first.
Yeah, so for him, I feel like he was like, I got my ring, I got what I need, but now I want to find a home. It could have just been like he didn't feel like that was home.
That's true.
I mean, shit, you got 120 for 6 years. Shit,
I'll
I'll take that back. That's probably more than he would have gotten in LA, probably.
Not even just because Von Miller. The Bills, next year, are a team to look at. Because I feel like the Bills... I don't know what the Chiefs are up in the air. They're talking that Tyrann Mathieu about to leave.
Yeah,
I'm really scared for the Chiefs
because we've seen what their defense looked like.
Exactly. I'm not worried about their offense at all. I mean, low key, but their defense, I'm very, very.
The defense was really important.
That's a red flag.
It doesn't matter if you have a high-powered offense if you can't defend.
That's why they, if there were college rules, they would have went to 100 damn points against the Chiefs when the Bills and the Chiefs played in the playoff. And like, that's another thing. Like, that Bills and Chiefs game, it could have went either way. It came down to a coin toss, and everybody knows that we're not even going to do that. It came down to a coin toss. The Bills could have easily been playing the Bengals, and they could have easily been in the Super Bowl. The Bills are going to be dangerous next year. I think the Bills and the Bengals are going to be running the AFC next year. I think I'm excited for football next year. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of moving around.
And it's a lot more. Like, the biggest
This is only the first or second day of free agency? Or the first actual day of free agency, I think?
I think so. Something like that, yeah. So it's
We're just getting started, man. The ball's going to keep rolling. So, honestly, yeah, I'm excited for where this NFL season is going to go, no cap.
I hope injuries do not affect this season like last season.
Hopefully a less injury-ridden season.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my boy, what was the last song you listened to?
The last song I listened to was Build-A-Bear by Peasy. Pooh Beats.
Tough.
I don't know, but I really be in a Detroit type of vibe. Listen to a lot of Babyface Ray, Peasy, Rio. was it FWC Big Key or something like that?
Big Key, yeah.
Yeah, Big Key.
Key's tough.
Bro, it's just RTB and B, Miles Bridges. I don't know, man. It's just been something about it. V's, Zada Baby. It's just some of them. I like the way they rap. The beats, the beats. I've heard a few of his songs. Like the way the beats just pop, like boom, 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 boom. The bass
is crazy.
Everything, and then like specifically
sound. That's why I like them.
And they're all different. Specifically with Babyface Ray, I really been. I don't know, man. It makes you feel like I gotta. Motivates me. That's what his music does to me. When I listen to his music, I feel motivated. It makes me feel like whatever's going on, I can tackle it, and it is what it is. Whatever it is, all your L's is a part of life, but I'm gonna make it through. You feel me? I'm gonna come out on top no matter what, no matter all this hard work I put in.
This stuff is about.
So I just really been resonating with Babyface Ray, man.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you.
What's up?
So, I've been analyzing. You know, we do this music stuff for real.
Right.
So I was looking at my months, my data. And so far, my album of the year is Face, bro. I got it edging over DS4, bro. It was so hard, but I just, as a complete album and project, and as far as shock value, and really getting Face into the industry, I feel like this album was there, is there. It gives you like chill vibes. It gets you the T stuff, the trap music. It gives you the laid back, the love song. He got it all. Like, this is a complete. Gonna have the same. It's just edgy. I mean, you can argue it, but it's like I just liked it more. I just liked it a little bit more. It was a complete project. So shout out to Face. That's my album of the year so far.
Yeah, his album's definitely up there for me as well.
How you feel about Dirk album? Let's talk about it.
Dirk, I haven't listened to the whole album in full. Honestly, I believe I listened to the first 12 songs, maybe.
How many songs on the album? I just listened to it one time. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, what I heard was smooth. You know, he had that line talking about, I ain't gonna cap when I fart. You gonna smell pills and lean when I fart. It's like, okay. Or I think you said the pills and lean or perks and lean. Some shit like that. But it's 17 songs on the album.
Yeah, I listened. Did you listen to the country song?
Nah, I ain't make it that far yet.
Oh man,
I thought that song came out already.
It did, but like I just listened. I didn't listen to it before. I don't go out. I just listened to the album, and then that was like one of the last songs. I was like, oh yeah. I honestly can't lie. It was hitting, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't nothing wrong with
the
it.
The country on top of the trap beat is crazy, bro. You gotta hear, he got the accent, like,
ain't no shame in the game, man. We always gotta diversify our music taste.
Absolutely. So then, boom, I hit you with a random one.
Okay.
Off the dome.
Alright.
No, it's not off the dome. I thought about it, but you don't know about it. Okay, so boom. I seen an interview, and Kodak Black was talking lately. And he said he felt like his class, 2016 freshman class, Lil Yachty, Uzi, Curry, 21, Anderson Paak, Lil Dicky, Heard, East. He said he feel like his class is the best out of most of the recent classes. How do you feel about that?
Out of the most recent classes,
I mean,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if he said all time or not, but I think he said recent. You can definitely, hands down from 2016.
First off, XXL as a whole has fallen off. Like, I gotta be honest.
I can't say XXL as a whole has fallen off, but
I feel like the XXL freshman list.
Yeah, their selections have been off crazy the past. Yeah, since that list they have messed up.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean personally. Yeah. The freshman list just hasn't been hitting.
It's like, I notice more and more every year, it's like less people that I even know on there. Like, okay, well, this year I'm only going to look for them 5. Oh, this year I'm going to look for them 3. I only know this one. I don't even know nobody on this year's list. It was like a leaked list. I don't know if it's a fact or not. I didn't know nobody this year, so that's not good because I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch it at all, but I feel like freshman class is for people that just getting started and they're just a little bit hot. People know about them, and that's just going to kick them off. That'll give people a little taste of them. So, how you feel about that?
But the thing about them, though, I feel what was so special about their class was that they were all at such a crossroads in their careers where they were still learning and figuring everything out. They were still somewhat new, but they still each somewhat had their own catalog. Like at least a few mixtapes or an album or 2.
Yeah.
Like Lil Yachty, he had Lil Vogue, Logo too.
Yeah,
Everything.
He had the what?
Teenage Dreams and everything.
What's
Teenage
that one
Emotions.
called with the summer?
Summer songs too.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. That's the one that really got me to mess with Yachty. For people not here, they don't know about that.
Right,
Yachty.
you feel
They
me?
don't know about that. Yachty.
Exactly. Dave East with his mixtapes.
Oh,
21
man.
Savage with his album, Institution.
Lil Dicky,
Exactly.
Designer.
Exactly.
They don't count.
Well,
Lil
yeah,
Dicky
I don't
does.
listen to Lil Dicky.
I don't listen to him, but I know some people do.
Yeah, I know
But,
too.
and I know he can rap. Like I know he can rap, but
Yeah,
he's not
my
trash.
man make TV shows now.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
getting money.
He's on this Childish Gambino wave. Shout out to Gambino.
That's what's up.
Hey man, you ever watch Atlanta before, bro?
Nah. What's it about?
Yeah, Atlanta's a great show, honestly, and it's really dope. You know, we're seeing he plays a character named Earn. He's trying to be his cousin Paperboy's manager and all that. You just kind of follow them, group of friends on the rise. You know, to all the twists and turns and everything. You know, just trying to go through the experience of seeing the rapper, and they're both trying to get on because they both low key struggling. You feel me?
I feel you.
But yeah, man, dope show. Go check it out, man. Atlanta. But
So, I agree with you. I agree with Kodak, and I think that. Let me say this: I didn't expect that 2016 class to be at the level that they are at, though. Like, I couldn't even say like this. Like, based off the freestyles, personally, I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me, but I like hearing lyricism a lot. So when we're talking about a cipher, that's freestyle rap, that's lyricism to everybody saying it to the same beat.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's all to the same beat, we can easily determine who had the best verse. So lyrically, to me, Denzel Curry had the best verse. So I thought he was gonna be the biggest out of them. He ended up, I mean, not in a bad way, because he still is a pretty good rapper and a known rapper. He's the lowest, I feel like, out of just his group that rapped, out of that whole ranking, because they're like, Lil Yachty, he's up there. Kodak is a superstar. 21 is a superstar. He hangs with the superstar. Who else was on there? Uzi is a...
Uzi was on there?
Yeah, Uzi's
Dave
all the
East.
way up there.
Dave East is a star.
Dave East is a star.
That
Herb
man
has
is
been solidified.
Yeah.
That's why Herb had to say, I guess I'm a freshman in his cipher, because he's been doing this, man. Like,
Dave East is an actor and he's a hard-ass rapper.
that's a fact. Dave East, if y'all not hip to Dave East, tap in,
They just call
man.
me Don Pablo.
Don't let nobody ever discredit that. I've been hearing people put schmut on that man's name. I don't know where it's coming from. Dave East is a cold rapper straight out of Harlem. If you like New York, authentic rap, you gonna like him. That's why he be with the GOATs. He be with Kiss. He be with Fab.
Bro, literally, he got signed by Nas.
It's crazy.
He got signed from Nas to Mass Appeal, and through that, signed to Def Jam. And now you know what's crazy? Snoop work at Def Jam. And now Snoop owns Death Row.
And the crazy thing is, I'm about to sign. So,
Hey, coming soon, Weezytalks, our first mixtape.
yes sir, yes sir. Get it sometime between now and February.
Don't worry, we gotta come up with a title though. We're gonna be cooking. Coming soon.
Alright, bet.
I'm a producer, he the rapper.
He's cap.
He actually can't rap though.
That is debatable. He is capping about the mixtape though. He's not really about that life. He's not trying to drop a mixtape, cause he ain't gonna hop on it. He's not gonna hop on it. Exactly. Look.
Sorry,
Our
nah,
producer
I'm
saying the same thing.
Nah, I'm capping.
He ain't gonna hop on it.
Capping.
He
I
ain't
need
gonna
a
hop
ghostwriter. Hey, type in if you're a
I
ghostwriter.
can ghostwrite for you. I just need you to get on it.
Oh, word? I can work on my delivery.
It's not really ghostwriting no more, cause they know. So, but it don't matter. We just gonna say you wrote it like all these people in the industry.
Yeah.
And these Columbus rappers who be saying that they be...
I ain't giving nobody their
You
credit.
hear what I said?
That's crazy.
You hear what I said?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just playing. No, I'm dead. So...
See how niggas moving? Shiesty.
Nah, I just hear a lot of ghostwriting allegations, man. I just be hearing ghostwriting allegations. Anyways, the weather is beautiful outside.
Yes, sir.
Columbus has been torching us these past couple months. How it feel? How you feel?
Man, I got shorts on, dog. I'm talking about I'm rolling around with my windows down. I need to go take my car to get a car wash, bro. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But he got his knees out.
You feel me?
He got his knees out.
Nigga, I had the lotion on this morning. I was ready when I stepped out the door.
Yeah,
Honestly, it feels good. Like, I feel like just being in the house for so long, because, you know, it get, in the wintertime be tough sometimes, or just you want to chill inside all the time because you have weather, or you just don't be feeling like going out because it's winter. Who want to go to the club and it's 40 degrees outside?
That's a fact.
Well, I ain't gonna care. People still do go to the club when it's 40 degrees outside, but...
With that being said, it's gonna get warm weather. It's Columbus. Summer's coming up in a couple months. We know how Columbus can get wild even when it's not summertime. We know how wild they get. So, with the warm weather and the summer coming, we also just passed a gun law yesterday here in Ohio. You don't gotta be, you just gotta be 21 to get a gun. You don't need your CC dubs no more to have a concealed weapon. So that passes June 12th, 2022. How you feel about that?
I was already planning on getting a concealed carry anyways. So, I don't know. It really don't change nothing. It does change something. It means that technically now I don't have to get, the actual license, but I still want to gloss over the information to still figure out, It was important at some point.
Yeah,
there's important things in there, so I want to learn what it is.
Yeah, I definitely think. I agree.
So, gotta stay safe out here, man.
Man, everywhere. That's gonna wrap it up for episode 7.
Yes, sir. We say thank you for all the support, everything that you guys have shown. We appreciate y'all. Show all the love. But hold on. Don't make sure to follow Weezytalksx podcast on Instagram. TikTok,
YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music. It's all
Stitcher, Google
Weezytalksx.
Podcasts, everywhere. Check us out. Plug us in. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your son, your daughter about us.
Man, tell your mom's mom. Where your mom's at, man? Tell her mom. I don't care who it is, you know what I'm saying? Because we straight from New York, straight like that. I don't care how you get it. You can mad, you can kiss my... Nah, I'm just
I'm feeling something, and we out. Jersey.